Good fine afternoon, YouTube. So my can of nasal snuff broke when I tried to open it with the vice clamp. It was a little bit tight. So when I used the vice clamp to squeeze it, it made the lid loose. When I opened it on my desk, I ended up getting it all in one half of the can. So then I took my tobacco snuff and poured it into a cellophane to make the best of a shitty situation. So now if I want tobacco snuff, I'll take my pipe tool, a little scooper, scoop it out, do it like that. Or you can have fun with it and do a fat line off of one Ouija board. Take a spoonful of it out. Forget snorting condoms, I'll give you something to snort. This particular flavor of tobacco snuff is medicated snuff. The smell reminds me of Vicks Rub, basically. Oh. Yeah, that burns so good. Oh yeah. Oh. Now, nasal snuff is especially popular over in Europe. There are areas of Europe and the UK where they don't have nearly as many cigarette options to choose from. They either have pipe tobacco or chew, or they grow their own tobacco. Oh, yeah, buddy. A good rip of that will give you a fucking tear in your eye. Yeehaw. Now here's the thing, Slick. If you're like a hardcore snuffer, you can get what they call a snuff rag. Like if you get snuff all over your nose and all over your mouth and shit, you just take a rag and, you know. I'm not worried about it. So something rather peculiar happened last night, YouTube. Right about late in the evening, I had an orb pass about this close to my face, and then it went like that and stopped and then disappeared. And then I felt a female ass sit on my lap for about a good solid 4 minutes, and then the feeling disappeared. That's weird. That is weird shit, YouTube. I don't know what that was about, but that was like late Saturday night, last night. And I wasn't complaining, I'm just saying, like, damn, it's, you know, wonder what that was about. So recently I acquired a side job moving bounce houses. It's a great way to make money and work out. And I ended up going to Douglas yesterday to help with the bounce house. And we stopped at this little restaurant called the Depot restaurant. This is a restaurant that's been open in Douglas for about 4 years now, and first time going there, I can see why. That shit was good. So if you're ever traveling through Wyoming, that's definitely one of the go-to restaurants to get your grub on. I ended up eating a bacon cheeseburger with a pepper jack cheese, a side of sweet potato fries. Then I had a Blue Moon and a Mountain Dew to go with it. The waitress was awesome. The food was good. The atmosphere was friendly. And, yeah, I definitely go back there anytime soon. Like, the food was that good. When you have a good first experience with a restaurant, you definitely got to give them a plug on YouTube. Hopefully, my Facebook privileges will be back here shortly. Now, I asked one of my coworkers to do a favor for me when we were in Douglas. We passed by this gorgeous white clock tower that's been there for ages. And I'm like, could you possibly take a picture of me standing in front of this? I want to post it to my Facebook. I know it's kind of out of the way, but she was like, oh no, it's not out of the way. You know, we had plenty of time to kill before we had to go pick up the bounce house, so yeah. Aww. Aww. I give a shout out to Therese Saxton, one of my good Facebook friends. Just now, she comments about 15 minutes ago. Can someone please buy this man a professional audio recording device? It doesn't have to be expensive, please. Aww. I appreciate the enthusiasm, but QuickTime Player works just fine when you don't turn the sound up too loud. And it actually cooperates and lets it upload a video. But I'm like 3 to 4 days away from my Facebook ban being lifted. That would be nice. Because I got a dank ass photo of a rough interpretation of my dream house to post. Like, I remember when I got the Facebook live ban, and then I got the YouTube live ban. I was depressed. To take my mind off that depression, I basically went fucking around on my Photoshop deal, and made the clock tower more accurate, and in the dimensions it would be. Ended up using a different clock tower face for it. A different clock tower face for it. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. I wonder. Nope. That's alright. And here's the thing about Facebook ban. There we go. There we go. There we go. Here's the thing about a Facebook ban that sucks. If you want people to be your friend on Facebook when you have a ban, they have to add you. You can't add them. If you want to talk to people on Facebook when you have a ban via message, it ain't happening. You want to post something on your wall or someone else's wall, it ain't happening. You want to like something, it ain't happening. Pretty much the only thing you can do on a Facebook ban is delete people, block people, accept people who try to add you, and play games. That's it. I mean, I literally... Hey Josh, I don't know if you heard, but Steve was kicked out of his place. He was staying in Arizona last week and hasn't been heard from since. Getting pretty worried about him. Oh jeez. I didn't know Steve got kicked out of his apartment. Yeah, that sucks. And he apparently moved down to Arizona and hasn't been heard from since. And Kevin's worried about him. Well, thank you, Kevin Williams, for bringing that to my attention. Hopefully he's alright. But, you know, Yeah, Steve's been talking about moving out of Casper and moving to Arizona, so I guess when he got kicked out of his place, that was all the excuse he needed. My band's still active, so I can't really do anything. At the moment, I can't respond to Kevin Williams's message, but yeah. Now, in the past, I've had trolls get me to lose a girlfriend or two here and there, you know. Fucking, I've had trolls get me to lose a job, you know what I'm saying? And it sucks, but at the same time, it makes you think on the silver lining of the issue, should you be thanking them? If these trolls get you fired from your job at Wendy's or get your girlfriend to break up with you, if that's all it took to get something good taken from you, like a job or a steady girlfriend, then maybe that job and that girlfriend wasn't right for you. That's the only way I can think of it, YouTube. I mean, it sucks because, you know, I felt like me and her had really good chemistry, and then she let what the haters say get to her, and, you know, I didn't care. I got a lot of shit for dating her. I'm like, you know what, y'all can talk all the shit you want. I have a girlfriend that tattoos and plays video games and can't get pregnant. What the fuck's your story? You know what I'm saying, YouTube? I didn't care. I found someone to make me happy, and they were jealous of that, so they couldn't have it. You know, they couldn't see me happy for a change. Something that I normally struggle with, I finally have happened to me, and it's a good thing going for me. And lo and behold, they're like, no, we can't see him happy. So yeah, a lot of trolls talk shit on Summer, and it's like, dude, really? They called her a shitty tattoo artist. For one, she didn't have the proper needles. Two, the knuckles are extremely hard to tattoo. Anybody who does tattoos for a living could tell you that. So naturally, it's gonna fade. And it's something she loved doing because her dad did it. You know what I'm saying? As his Father's Day. And well, she kind of gave up on it because of what people were saying, and because I guess she lost interest in it. You know, and I was the fourth person. Number 4. Okay, I was the fourth person she tattooed, mind you. And all things considered, she didn't have the proper needles for it, and it's on the knuckles. Like, half of that lettering is still there. I end up going to Black Sunday to get these touched up, but that's alright. While having a homie who knows what they're doing, you know. Yeah. And of course, when it's cold outside, people are going to have multiple layers on. They see a chick with short hair wearing multiple layers, it's easy to mistake them for something else, like a dude or some shit. But I'd have people drive by in their truck and yell, faggot, out the window. I got made fun of for dating her on social media, too, and I'm like, man, the whole fucking world's against me dating her. That's bullshit. I finally find a girl to make me happy, and I finally find a girl that makes me happy, and the whole fucking world's against it, man. Fucking for real, dude. Shit was irritating. But Summer's like, well, we can still be friends. I'm cool with that. I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. At least you're not completely, you know. And then she wants to get back together with me, and I'm like, I don't know, man. You know, not talking shit against Summer, but how do I know it's not going to be some other stupid excuse, YouTube? And last time it was your YouTube trolls. This time, you know, what's it going to be this time? You know what I'm saying? So even if you lose jobs and you lose girlfriends, that's a part of life. But what it does is it gives you experience. So when you get that better job and that better girlfriend, it makes life sweeter. And maybe your first couple of jobs aren't going to be fun or pleasant, but it'll at least get you the experience you need. It's kind of like having your first car. You know, sometimes your first girlfriend's not going to be the prettiest, but hey, you know, it may not last very long, but at least it'll get you experience. I mean, who do you think gave me this bandana? Summer's like, this was my dad's bandana. He had a larger head, kind of like yours, so I want you to have it. Cool. Thanks, Summer. Hell yeah. Every other bandana I've had has been too small. This one actually fits my head very comfortably. Summer was very close with her dad, too, so for her to just do that is like, wow, you know. In fact, Summer even bought me a signed photo of Ozzy Osbourne. I keep it hanging up on my wand rack. I've never had a girlfriend do this for me before. That's kind of cool. I'm just saying, YouTube, that's legit. So, yeah, I have a good thing with her, man. Any chick that's willing to do that for me, I'm just saying. Damn right the world was fucking jealous. I mean, it's fucked. I finally find a girl that I can connect with, and no, I didn't give a shit that she had short hair. I was like, dude, who gives a fuck? It's the 21st fucking century. These so-called gender roles that say, well, men have to have short hair and women have to have long hair. Fuck that. It's just fucking hair. It's your hair. You style it how the fuck you want it and fuck what everybody else thinks. It's your goddamn hair. You do what the fuck you want with it. Fuck what the world thinks. And fuck their sexist opinions. Like, I've seen some hot-ass chicks with short hair. I'm just saying. You want to sit there and spike your hair and dye it 20 fucking different colors and this and that, go for it, man. You got the money, you got the time, it's your hair. Now, nasal snuff comes in different flavors. You got blueberry, vanilla, scotch, regular, menthol, medicated, lemon, mint. Ooh. You want to get your nicotine fix? But you can't go outside. There you go. The only mess you're making is on your face and on your Ouija board. Oh. Although an Ouija board is not required for snuffing. This is just something I'm using. back of your throat just right. And then it dissolves into your cavity. Oh yeah, I'm feeling the nicotine now. Are you feeling it, Mr. Krabs? Are you feeling it, Mr. Now, if you go up to a chick and you ask her about the show Doug and she says, "What's that?" She's definitely too young for you, bro. Ugh. Come on, baby, make it burn so good sometimes. Circumstances aren't what they shouldn't be. I don't know. Like, sometimes you can't smoke a cigarette, so snuff feels so good. Maybe you're out of cigarettes, maybe you can't go outside. You don't want to dip tobacco because of the spit. This is a little less messy. Well, if you leave your snuff can open and then you knock it on the ground, yeah, you just, yeah. Oh yeah, that's good. There we go. That was a fucking fat line of snuff, man. That fucker stretched all the way across the board. I got to about here, and I got to about here in the middle. Fuck snorting condoms. I'll give you something to snort. Fucking millennials. See, I'm a millennial. I'm a millennial too, but a much older millennial. That's good. Snuff. So you could do like a massive little, just a little toot on your finger on your spoon or whatever. Or you just do a fat line across the entire Ouija board and just. Ooey. People say you shouldn't fuck with an Ouija board. I'm like, yeah, right. If you can do lines of snuff off an Ouija board, go big or go home. So I acquired a job recently on the side, moving bounce houses, and yesterday, YouTube, I ended up going to Douglas, Wyoming to move some bounce house, to move a bounce house, I should say. And we stopped at this restaurant called the Depot restaurant. And my first time eating there was a very pleasant experience. This restaurant's been open for 4 years in the local Douglas area. So if you're stopping through Wyoming, gotta give them a try. They're pretty good. I ended up eating a bacon cheeseburger with pepper jack cheese, sweet potato fries, a ice cold Blue Moon, and some Mountain Dew. Quite literally one of the best lunches I've had in a minute. The waitress was so professional and very friendly. So yeah, I definitely recommend. It might be out of the way if you're traveling through, but it's worth the stop. You won't regret it. Moving bounce houses is a great way to make some money and get a free workout. You know what I'm saying, YouTube? Now, Tuesday, I gotta make a trip to Walmart and Home Depot. I'll take the city bus up there, and there's a bus stop that stops right at Walmart, which is next door to Home Depot, so that's very convenient. I can get some more copper wire for my next scepter. Pick up some clear drying Gorilla Glue. And then go to Walmart and get some leather string and some white spray paint and some glow in the dark spray paint. Wouldn't hurt to have an extra roll. Decided to shave my stash off. Quite frankly, I over trimmed it again, and yeah. I mean, if you do a fucking fat line of snuff and then just make it nice and thin all the way across the board and just, you know, it might take you a minute. Get good. Just a wee bit of a pinch left on the board here. There we go. That was medicated snuff. It definitely smells like Vicks rub. And when it hits the back of your throat, you can kind of taste it. It tastes like tobacco. Now, if you can't go out and have a cigarette, YouTube, or maybe you're out of cigarettes, or you're in a spot where you want to use tobacco, but you don't want to get caught. Powdered snuff can be a great way to get nicotine without getting caught. A little can's pretty easy to hide. Oh. Fuck electronic cigarettes. Safer alternative to the real thing, my ass. Got batteries exploding on people. Some of the e-liquids containing antifreeze. You're inhaling liquid into your lungs, which can cause pneumonia. I mean, if you're gonna fucking do something to mimic the real thing, you might as well just do the real thing. Just saying. I remember when they first came out, they were all the rage. People are like, oh, this new safer alternative to cigarettes. See, here's the thing. You smoke a cigarette, you know it ain't gonna explode on you when you're doing it. And I should put a firecracker at the tip of it so that way the fuse is sticking out. Like you empty some of the tobacco out, stick a little firecracker in there. That'd be a dick move to do to somebody. And then you put like some tobacco and pack it back into the top, so when they go to like, yeah. But generally speaking, cigarettes don't usually explode. Smoking ain't always gonna kill you. You think 1 or 2 cigarettes, oh, no, fuck that. You'd have to smoke like 2 to 4 packs a day to even receive some serious damage, like major. You know what I'm saying? What? A pack every 2 days or every other day when you can get it. That's not bad at all. And with cannabis becoming legalized everywhere, I'm not really worried about getting cancer from alcohol, soda pop, or tobacco for that matter. Well, I emailed my dad saying Happy Father's Day and also let him know that I have a batch of wands that needs to go out. So I'll be getting together with my dad as soon as I can to get those wands mailed off. And that's why I put 1 to 2 weeks processing time on pretty much all the wands, because it could take, you know what I'm saying? But I assure you that once you get that, you'll like the customers who order their wands will get theirs. I had a customer ask me, "Oh, can I trade the orange wand for the green wand?" And I'm like, "Nope, all sales are final. You want a green wand? Spray paint it green when you get it." That'd be kind of unfair for the person who ordered that. Anyways, KINGCOBRAJFS, back at you with another video, doing a Snuff review. Thank you for watching. Catch your cool cobras on the flip side.